All right, listen up, fellas. It's time we talk about something most guys won't dare mention out loud, but every single one secretly worries about. Yeah, you guessed it. Your performance, your stamina, and keeping that natural confidence alive where it really matters. You hit the gym to build your biceps, chest, abs. But when was the last time you actually trained the muscle that matters the most in the bedroom? Because here's the truth. Your penis needs a workout too. And no, I'm not talking about anything weird or complicated. I'm talking about a simple, powerful exercise that doctors and health experts agree can help stop erectile dysfunction, improve blood flow, and bring your confidence back like never before. Most men spend hours at the gym, sweating through reps, building their arms, chest, abs, and legs to look stronger, more confident, and attractive. They track calories, measure protein, and push themselves to exhaustion just to see those physical results in the mirror. But while they're busy working every visible part of their body, they completely overlook one muscle that quietly determines how they perform, not in the gym, but in the moments that matter the most. In the bedroom, in their confidence, and even in their sense of masculinity. It's the muscle that controls blood flow, stamina, and control. It's not flashy, and no one will ever see it, but when it weakens, it affects everything: your confidence, your energy, and your relationships. The truth is, most men never think of training it because they don't even realize it exists. They assume performance issues are just part of aging or stress or bad luck. But in reality, it's often because this one crucial muscle has been ignored for years. This hidden muscle, known as the pelvic floor, is responsible for supporting your reproductive organs and controlling your ability to get and maintain an erection. When it's strong, it keeps blood flowing efficiently, improves control, and helps you perform with confidence. But when it's weak, it can cause problems like premature ejaculation, loss of firmness, and erectile dysfunction. The scary part is that most men don't even realize they've let it weaken until the symptoms start showing up. They might blame fatigue, anxiety, or even their partner. But the root cause often lies in a muscle that's been neglected for too long. Imagine spending hours building your biceps while the foundation that drives your sexual health quietly falls apart. It's like owning a sports car but never checking the engine. It looks good on the outside, but eventually it stops performing where it counts. Think about how your daily lifestyle affects this hidden part of your body. Long hours of sitting at a desk, slouching on the couch, or driving for hours each day put constant pressure on your pelvic region. Over time, that pressure reduces circulation, weakens the muscles, and limits blood flow. Combine that with stress, poor diet, lack of movement, and it's no wonder men start experiencing problems earlier than ever before. What used to be an issue in your 50s is now showing up in men in their 30s and even 20s. It's not just an age problem anymore, it's a lifestyle problem. Yet, because no one talks about it openly, most guys keep ignoring it, hoping it will fix itself, or turning to pills that only mask the symptom instead of fixing the cause. The body is built to respond to training. When you lift weights, your arms grow stronger. When you run, your heart and lungs adapt. The same principle applies here. Your pelvic muscles respond to targeted exercises just like any other muscle group. But since you can't see them, it's easy to forget they're even there. Society has taught men to focus on visible strength, big arms, a flat stomach, broad shoulders, but real strength includes internal control and endurance. A strong pelvic floor not only improves your physical performance, but also boosts your mental confidence. You carry yourself differently when you know your body is working at its best. You stop worrying about what ifs and start enjoying the moment. That's what true fitness is about. Not just looking good, but feeling powerful inside and out. Ignoring this area of your body is like skipping leg day for your entire life. You might look balanced on the surface, but there's a weakness underneath that limits your potential. Every time you sit for too long without movement, your pelvic region becomes tighter and weaker. Every time you avoid simple exercises that strengthen those muscles, you're quietly setting yourself up for future issues. It's not your fault. No one teaches men about this. Schools don't talk about it. Most doctors only mention it after a problem starts, and media avoids the topic altogether. But that silence has consequences. The number of men experiencing erectile dysfunction has risen dramatically in the last decade, and much of it is preventable through awareness and simple daily training. The body doesn't forget neglect, it reflects it. Your performance isn't just about physical arousal. It's about blood circulation, nerve health, and muscular strength. The pelvic muscles act like a pump, helping blood stay where it's needed. When that muscle weakens, it's like having a weak valve. The pressure drops and you lose firmness. You might notice it first as inconsistency. Some days everything works great, other days not so much. Then it becomes more frequent and frustration builds. But instead of getting angry or embarrassed, it's time to understand that it's simply a muscle that needs attention. Once you start training it, improvement follows naturally. The body rewards consistency and effort, no matter what age you are. Men often talk about confidence like it's a mental thing, but it starts in the body. When your body is strong and reliable, your mind follows. When your body fails you, your mind loses trust. Strengthening this hidden muscle is like rebuilding that trust. It's about knowing you can depend on your body when it matters. That sense of control translates into every area of life, from your posture to your mood to how you connect with your partner. You stand taller, speak more confidently, and feel more in tune with yourself. It's not just about sex, it's about vitality, energy, and balance. Every part of your body is connected, and this one muscle plays a bigger role than most men realize. Even though this muscle is invisible, training it doesn't have to be complicated or awkward. You don't need equipment, a gym membership, or anyone's help. You can literally do it anywhere, sitting at your desk, standing in line, or lying in bed. That's how powerful and convenient it is, and the results can change your life. Within weeks, you can start feeling more control, stronger sensations, and better performance. The reason more men aren't doing it is simply because they don't know. Once they understand how much difference it makes, it becomes as normal as brushing your teeth or stretching after a workout. Because once you start, you realize how much you've been missing. It's interesting how men chase supplements, performance enhancers, and shortcuts, but ignore the simplest, most natural fix that their own body provides. Pills can only do so much. They might help temporarily, but they don't strengthen the muscle or improve long-term health. Training your pelvic floor does. It's free, natural, and has no side effects. In fact, many doctors recommend it as the first step before medication. It's like discovering an internal gym you didn't know existed. Once you start working it out, you unlock a new level of control and endurance that feels completely natural because it's coming from within you. The body loves being trained. It's wired to adapt and improve when you give it consistent effort. Ignoring this part of your health can also affect your mental well-being. When men start struggling with performance, it often leads to anxiety, shame, and self-doubt. That stress only makes things worse because mental pressure directly impacts physical response. It becomes a loop. The more you worry, the harder it gets to perform, and the weaker your confidence becomes. Breaking that loop starts with action. Strengthening the muscle gives you back control, and control reduces anxiety. You stop worrying about failure because you've built the strength to handle it. That's the kind of quiet confidence that changes your mindset completely. It's not about perfection. It's about power and consistency. Your partner can feel the difference too. When you're in control, the connection becomes deeper, more satisfying, and more confident. You stop focusing on the outcome and start enjoying the experience. That natural flow only comes when your body and mind are aligned. And that alignment starts by taking care of the foundation. The pelvic floor isn't just about sex, it's about stability, posture, and core health. A strong pelvic region improves your lower back support, helps with bladder control, and enhances overall core strength. It's one of those muscles that silently supports multiple systems in your body, yet gets zero attention until something goes wrong. Most men would never skip their chest or arms day at the gym because they want visible progress. But what if I told you that the invisible progress, the one you feel rather than see, might be the most valuable? This one area affects your performance, confidence, and relationships. Ignoring it means ignoring your overall health. Training it means taking control of your manhood, your energy, and your self-respect. When you realize how much power you hold simply by working on this small but mighty muscle, everything changes. You stop chasing external validation and start building real inner strength, the kind that can't be faked or replaced. Most men spend countless hours in the gym lifting weights, pushing themselves to the limit, chasing bigger arms, broader shoulders, and stronger abs. They count every rep, every calorie, and every drop of sweat, believing that building the perfect body is the ultimate sign of strength. But what if I told you that despite all that effort, many of them are ignoring one of the most important muscles in their entire body? A muscle that determines not only how confident they feel, but also how they perform in the most intimate and private moments of their lives. It's a muscle that doesn't show in the mirror, a muscle no one brags about, but one that plays a crucial role in maintaining control, blood flow, and energy where it matters most. Most men never train it, never think about it, and don't even know it exists until something goes wrong. The truth is, real strength isn't just about what people can see. It's about what happens inside your body, especially in the areas that influence your confidence and masculinity on a deeper level. Think about how much time we spend focusing on muscles that make us look good rather than the ones that keep us feeling good. You might flex your biceps, check your abs, or admire your chest, but you never stop to think about what's happening below the surface. The muscle that supports your reproductive system, controls your erections, and keeps blood flowing properly is quietly working every day without your awareness. Yet, over time, lifestyle habits start to weaken it. Long hours of sitting at desks, bad posture, stress, lack of movement, and poor circulation all take their toll. Eventually, you start noticing small changes. Maybe your stamina isn't what it used to be. Maybe things don't feel as strong. Or maybe confidence starts slipping during intimate moments. Most guys try to ignore it at first, pretending it's just a phase or something that will fix itself, but deep down they know something isn't right. This hidden muscle, the pelvic floor, is like the foundation of your strength and control. When it's weak, everything above it starts to lose balance. It supports your bladder, your bowels, and your reproductive organs. It's responsible for maintaining control, firmness, and endurance. It's not a topic men usually talk about, but it's one they should, because it affects so much more than just physical performance. It impacts confidence, mood, and overall well-being. A strong pelvic floor helps with blood circulation, keeps the nerves active, and ensures your body reacts the way it should. But if that muscle is neglected, blood flow becomes weaker, nerves become less responsive, and performance starts to drop. What's worse is that most men blame everything else. Stress, age, their partner, or even bad luck, when the real issue lies within a muscle that's been quietly losing strength. The world tells men to work out their visible muscles, but stay silent about anything that has to do with sexual health. Society has built this image that talking about these topics is embarrassing, so most men suffer in silence. They buy pills, try supplements, or search for quick fixes, hoping something external will solve an internal problem. But the body doesn't work like that. Just like your arms or legs, the muscles that control your manhood need training too. You can't expect your biceps to stay big without exercise, so why expect your performance muscles to stay strong if you never use them intentionally? It's not weakness to train them. It's wisdom. It means you care about your long-term health and understand that true masculinity isn't about pretending nothing's wrong. It's about taking control and improving yourself from the inside out. When you think about it, every major part of your fitness routine has a reason. You lift to get stronger, you run to build endurance, you stretch to stay flexible. But strengthening your pelvic floor gives you something deeper. Control, power, and confidence in your most vulnerable moments. Imagine being able to improve your performance naturally, without relying on anything external, just by training the right muscle. The beauty of this is that you don't even need equipment or a gym. You don't need to tell anyone. It's completely private, but the benefits are huge. You start feeling more confident, more in control, and more connected to your body. That's real fitness. Not just what looks good on the outside, but what keeps you strong where no one else can see. The problem is that most men realize this too late. They wait until the symptoms show. Weaker erections, lack of stamina, lower energy, or even erectile dysfunction, before they start paying attention. And when that happens, they panic, searching for external solutions when the answer was inside them the whole time. The pelvic floor is like a hidden power source. When it's strong, everything functions smoothly. When it's weak, everything struggles. Just like you wouldn't ignore a weak core or bad posture. You shouldn't ignore this muscle either. It's a small part of your body, but it has an enormous impact on your health, confidence, and relationships. Strengthening it doesn't just improve performance. It improves your sense of control over your body and your life. Men often measure strength by what they can lift, how they look, or how much they can endure, but internal strength is just as important. You might have the biggest arms in the gym, but if you can't control the one muscle that drives your confidence and performance, you're leaving a huge part of your health undeveloped. This is what separates temporary strength from lasting vitality. The truth is, the more you understand and respect how your body works, the better it performs. Training your pelvic floor is a form of respect. It's acknowledging that your health matters beyond what others can see. It's taking responsibility for the areas most men are too afraid to face. And once you start, the results speak for themselves. Better control, better circulation, better performance, and better confidence. Let's be real. The modern lifestyle is working against you. Sitting all day weakens those deep muscles, tightens your hips, and reduces circulation. Combine that with stress, poor diet, and lack of sleep, and you've got the perfect formula for performance problems. Your body is built to move, but when you spend hours hunched over screens, you're cutting off one of the most important areas for blood flow. Over time, this causes the muscles around your pelvis to weaken, which directly affects your ability to perform. But the moment you start strengthening that area again, things begin to change. You start noticing more energy, stronger control, and a sense of power you might not have felt in years. It's not magic, it's biology. The body rewards attention, and every muscle you train gives back what you put in. There's something deeply empowering about taking back control of your health, especially in an area most men are afraid to confront. When you train this muscle, you're not just improving your body, you're rebuilding your confidence. You start to trust yourself again, knowing you have control over your performance instead of depending on luck or temporary solutions. That sense of self-assurance carries over into every part of your life. You feel it when you walk, when you talk, and when you're with your partner. Confidence built from control is the kind that lasts, because it's rooted in strength, not appearance. You're no longer just building muscles to impress others. You're building power to take charge of your own body and your own happiness. The biggest mistake men make is thinking they don't need to worry about this until they get older. But weakness doesn't come from age. It comes from neglect. Every year that you sit too long, move too little, and ignore circulation, that muscle gets weaker. The earlier you start training it, the stronger and healthier it stays. Just like lifting weights keeps your body young, pelvic floor training keeps your manhood strong. It's the most natural anti-aging tool you'll ever use, and it doesn't cost you a thing. The benefits go far beyond sexual performance. It improves posture balance and even helps with core stability. It's connected to so many systems in your body that when you strengthen it, you improve your overall health without even realizing it. Most men spend years trying to look powerful, but real power comes from within. It's not about how much you can lift. It's about how much control you have over your own body. When you strengthen the muscles that truly matter, you unlock a new level of physical and mental strength. You start seeing your body not just as something to show off, but as something to take care of. Training this hidden muscle is an act of awareness. It's saying, I'm not ignoring what's important anymore. And once you make that shift, everything changes. You stop seeing fitness as something external and start understanding that health begins from within, in the parts of your body that most people never think to train. Most men spend their whole lives thinking that fitness begins and ends with lifting weights, running, or building visible muscles. Yet very few ever think about the muscle that controls one of the most essential aspects of male health and confidence. Beneath the surface, hidden from sight, is a powerful group of muscles known as the pelvic floor. And strengthening these muscles through a simple movement called the Kegel exercise can completely change how your body performs. It's not about building a six-pack or lifting heavy weights. It's about control, blood flow, and endurance. The Kegel exercise is the best natural way to stop erectile dysfunction because it works directly on the root cause, not the symptoms. It targets the muscle responsible for holding blood in the penis during an erection, helping you regain firmness, confidence, and stamina without pills, devices, or complicated treatments. Erectile dysfunction often begins silently. At first, things feel a little inconsistent, maybe weaker than before, and men usually blame stress, tiredness, or aging. But the truth is, your body gives you signals long before it stops working properly. When the pelvic floor weakens, blood doesn't circulate as efficiently, the nerves become less responsive, and the muscle loses its ability to maintain tension during arousal. Pills can force temporary blood flow, but they never strengthen the muscle that controls it, which is why their effects fade the moment you stop using them. The Kegel exercise, on the other hand, rebuilds that strength from the inside out. It's like training the engine that powers your performance. Once it gets stronger, everything else follows naturally. The concept behind this exercise is simple but powerful. The pelvic floor is made of the same kind of muscle fibers that you train when you work your abs or legs. If you neglect it, it weakens, but if you challenge it consistently, it grows stronger and more efficient. You don't need weights or machines, just awareness and consistency to locate the muscle. Imagine stopping your urine midstream. That tightening sensation you feel deep inside is your pelvic floor engaging. When you consciously squeeze that muscle, hold it for a few seconds, and then release, you are doing a Kegel. The motion is subtle, invisible, and easy to perform anywhere, sitting at a desk, driving a car, or lying in bed. It takes no time out of your day. Yet the benefits can be life-changing if you stay consistent. Most men are surprised by how quickly results start to appear. Within a few weeks, you begin to notice better control, longer stamina, and stronger, more reliable erections. That's because each repetition strengthens the tiny network of muscles that keep blood locked inside the penis during arousal. Over time, these muscles become more efficient at contracting and relaxing, allowing you to control when and how long you stay hard. It's not just about physical strength. It's about coordination and awareness. You learn to feel what's happening inside your body, and that mind-muscle connection builds a kind of quiet confidence that no supplement can give you. Science backs this up completely. Numerous studies have shown that men who practiced Kegel exercises for a few minutes a day experienced significant improvements in erectile function within 3 months. Some even regained full control without needing medication. The reason is simple. Erections are all about circulation and muscle tone. When the pelvic muscles are strong, they compress the veins that normally let blood flow out, trapping it inside and keeping you firm. When they're weak, blood leaks out too easily, and you lose your erection faster. By strengthening that muscular support system, Kegels essentially reprogram your body to perform the way it was designed to. It's like restoring power to an old machine by fixing the gears instead of just oiling the surface. Another benefit of Kegel training is that it improves endurance far beyond the bedroom. Because the pelvic floor connects to your core, lower back, and hips. Strengthening it can enhance posture, stability, and even athletic performance. You start to feel more balanced and more in control of your movements. You'll notice you can engage your core better during workouts, your lower back pain might decrease, and your overall body awareness becomes sharper. That's the thing about this exercise. It's not just a bedroom solution. It's part of total body health. And the rewards spill into every part of your physical and mental life. Many men assume exercises like Kegels are just for women, especially during pregnancy or after childbirth, but the truth is men need them just as much, if not more. Modern lifestyles are built around sitting, at desks, in cars, on couches, and that constant sitting weakens the pelvic region dramatically. Every hour you spend sitting down makes those deep muscles more inactive, and over time they lose strength and elasticity. Add poor posture, tight hips, and stress, and you've got the perfect recipe for circulation problems. The Kegel exercise reverses that damage. It wakes the muscle up again, improves blood flow, and helps your body naturally do what it was meant to do. Perform, recover, and stay strong. Doing the exercise correctly is key. Many beginners make the mistake of tightening their abs, thighs, or buttocks instead of isolating the pelvic floor. The goal is to focus on that internal squeeze, just like you're trying to lift something from inside your lower abdomen. Start slow. Squeeze for 3 seconds, release for 3 seconds, and repeat about 10 times. Once you build control, increase the hold time to 5 or even 10 seconds. Do this 2 or 3 times a day, and you're effectively taking your performance muscle to the gym. It's small, invisible progress, but each repetition is strengthening your foundation. Just like lifting weights, consistency is what brings transformation. The best part is how discreet it is. No one around you can tell you're doing it, which means you can practice literally anywhere. During a meeting, while watching TV, or lying in bed before sleep. It requires zero equipment, zero money, and zero time out of your schedule. It's one of the simplest yet most effective exercises you'll ever do, and it's completely under your control. That sense of self-empowerment is what makes it so powerful. You're not relying on pills or procedures. You're using your own body to heal and strengthen itself. That's real health, the kind that comes from understanding and improving your body naturally. As you keep practicing, the benefits go beyond erections. You'll notice improved bladder control, stronger core engagement, and even better sexual stamina. Many men report being able to last longer simply because they can control the timing of muscle contractions. The stronger your pelvic muscles, the more you can regulate arousal and prevent premature release. This kind of control can completely change your confidence and satisfaction in intimate relationships. It's not about ego or performance pressure. It's about feeling in tune with your body, understanding it, and being able to guide it instead of letting it control you. The mental benefits are just as real. When you start seeing results, your confidence grows. You begin to trust your body again, knowing that it can respond the way you want it to. That trust removes anxiety, which is one of the biggest psychological causes of erectile issues. You stop worrying about performance and start focusing on connection and enjoyment. Your body and mind become allies again instead of enemies. That sense of calm, confidence, and control carries into other parts of your life too. You walk taller, feel stronger, and move with a quiet assurance that only comes from internal strength. Every man wants to feel powerful, but true power isn't in how much you can lift or how you look. It's in how well your body functions when it matters most. The Kegel exercise might seem small, but it taps into that hidden source of power that too many men neglect. It doesn't matter how old you are, your body is capable of rebuilding strength and restoring function at any stage of life. The key is consistency and patience. Just as muscles grow slowly over weeks of training, your pelvic floor will strengthen over time. Each session is an investment in your health, your performance, and your confidence. When you start this journey, remember that it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Some days you'll forget, or the contractions will feel weak, but even that is part of the process. Every squeeze counts, every repetition builds endurance, and every week brings improvement. Before long, you'll feel the difference, stronger, firmer, more controlled. It's the kind of progress that quietly transforms your life without anyone else knowing. You'll carry that strength with you everywhere you go, knowing you've built it naturally through focus and consistency. The Kegel exercise proves that sometimes the smallest movement can create the biggest change. It doesn't require a gym membership, expensive supplements, or risky treatments. It only requires you, your attention, your effort, and a few minutes a day. And in return, it gives you back control, strength, and confidence where it matters most. It's not just about stopping erectile dysfunction. It's about taking responsibility for your health and unlocking a level of physical and mental strength that you might have thought was gone. Your body has everything it needs to heal and perform. You just have to give it the right kind of training. Imagine you're standing there, doing your daily routine, and suddenly you realize how much attention you give to your biceps, your abs, or your chest. But the one muscle that truly defines your confidence, your stamina, and even your masculinity is something you've never trained, never even thought about. Most men don't realize that below the surface, hidden deep in the pelvis, there's a small group of muscles working silently every single day, controlling things you never really notice until they start failing. It's the same group of muscles that help you control your bladder, keep your erections strong, and maintain control when it really counts. And the crazy part is that while you can see the results of training your arms or your shoulders in the mirror, the benefits of strengthening these hidden muscles are felt in ways that completely change your life, your performance, and your confidence as a man. Now here's the simple truth. If you've ever had to stop your urine midstream, that subtle tightening you feel deep inside is the exact muscle we're talking about. That's your pelvic floor muscle, also known as the PC muscle. It's small, it's hidden, but it's powerful. It's the muscle that quietly supports your reproductive organs, helps pump blood where it needs to go during arousal, and keeps you in control when the moment gets intense. When it's weak, everything feels off. Your erections may not be as firm as they used to be. You might notice less control, or maybe even small leaks when you cough or laugh. But when it's strong, you feel that sense of inner power, the kind that radiates through your confidence, through your presence, and through your performance. Most men never train this muscle because they simply don't know it exists, or they think it's something only women work on after childbirth. But that's a myth. The pelvic floor isn't just for women. It's the foundation of male sexual and urinary health. Think of it like the base of your entire core system. You can do endless crunches or squats, but if the pelvic floor is weak, your strength is incomplete. Just like you wouldn't skip leg day, you shouldn't skip this either. It's the hidden workout that doesn't need a gym, doesn't need equipment, and doesn't take hours out of your day. Yet it can make one of the biggest differences in your overall health and satisfaction. When you learn how to locate this muscle properly, you unlock a new kind of body awareness. It's not just about stopping urine midstream, that's just the way to find it. Once you know what it feels like, you can engage it any time. Sitting at your desk, driving your car, even lying in bed. That small squeeze, that internal flex becomes your private workout. And while nobody around you even notices, your body starts to change from within. The blood flow improves, the nerves strengthen, and the connection between your mind and your body becomes sharper. You start to feel more control, not just physically, but mentally too. Locating the muscle might take a little practice at first. You may confuse it with your abdominal muscles or your glutes, but once you get it right, you'll feel the difference. When you tighten your pelvic floor muscle, there's this subtle lift from deep inside, not a flex in your stomach or thighs. It's an internal pull upward. You can test it the next time you urinate. Try to stop the flow for a second, then let it go again. That exact motion, that exact feeling, is the movement you'll be strengthening. It's not about holding your breath or tensing your body. It's about isolating that inner muscle and learning to control it like you'd control your hand or your leg. Once you know how to find it, imagine how powerful it feels to realize you can control something that most men think just happens automatically. You're not at the mercy of poor blood flow or weak control anymore. You're actively training the muscle responsible for it. And this control translates into better stamina, firmer erections, and even stronger orgasms. That's because the pelvic floor muscle plays a direct role in pushing blood into the penis and maintaining pressure to keep it there. It's like the natural pump system of your body. When it's strong, the pump works efficiently, keeping everything functioning smoothly. When it's weak, that system struggles and performance drops. Think of this muscle as your body's internal support system. Every time you walk, stand, or lift something, your pelvic floor is helping stabilize your core. It's working with your abs and back muscles to keep you balanced. But when it's neglected, even basic posture can suffer. Over time, that weakness affects more than just your sexual health. It impacts how you move, how you hold yourself, and how your body feels throughout the day. Strengthening it not only helps in the bedroom, but improves your posture, reduces lower back pain, and makes you feel more grounded and in control. Another interesting thing is how mental awareness connects with this muscle. Because it's hidden and subtle, it forces you to develop a deeper connection with your body. You start to tune in more to what's happening inside. That kind of awareness brings calmness and focus. It's almost like meditation for your lower body. You're not just training for better performance. You're building a connection between your mind and your physical core. That connection leads to confidence, and confidence changes everything. Locating and working on this muscle isn't something you'll feel instantly like a bicep pump. It's more internal. But after a few days or weeks of consistent engagement, you'll start to notice differences. Maybe you'll feel more control when you're intimate, or you'll notice stronger, longer, lasting erections. You might even find that your bladder control improves. You no longer have to rush to the bathroom or deal with those little drips after urinating. All of that comes from simply finding and activating this one muscle. Most men are surprised to learn how closely this small muscle is tied to blood circulation. When it contracts properly, it helps push fresh blood into your pelvic area, keeping the tissues healthy and oxygenated. Poor circulation is one of the biggest causes of erectile issues, but strengthening this muscle naturally improves that flow. It's like creating your own internal boost system without needing any pills or supplements. It's pure natural strength coming from your own body. Imagine being able to sit in a meeting, stand in line, or drive home and know that, with every few seconds of conscious effort, you're improving one of the most vital parts of your health. That's the beauty of this exercise. You don't need to carve out gym time, wear workout clothes, or even tell anyone what you're doing. It's discreet, effective, and it becomes part of your routine effortlessly. Once you've located the muscle, it's like discovering a secret switch inside your body that most people never even find. The more familiar you get with it, the more control you'll develop. You'll start being able to hold the contraction longer, feel the difference between weak and strong squeezes, and eventually you'll be able to pulse it rhythmically without strain. That's when you know your pelvic floor is strengthening. It's subtle at first, but the benefits are deep and lasting. It's the kind of inner strength that radiates outward through confidence, performance, and self-assurance. It's also worth noting that locating and engaging this muscle isn't just about sexual performance. It's about overall men's health. A strong pelvic floor supports your organs, prevents issues like incontinence, and helps maintain proper function as you age. Most men don't realize how much power they lose over time simply because they never worked on this area. But once you start paying attention to it, you can reverse years of neglect and weakness. It's a small effort with a huge return. Some men might find it tricky at first to tell if they're activating the right muscle. One common mistake is tightening the abs or buttocks instead. You'll know you're doing it right when you feel that internal lift without movement in other muscles. Breathing normally while you do it also helps. Don't hold your breath. You're not trying to strain, you're trying to gain control. This isn't a heavy lift. It's about precision. The more relaxed and focused you are, the better the connection becomes. Over time, this connection starts to feel natural. You won't even need to think about stopping your urine to find it. You'll just know exactly where it is and how to flex it. That's when the real transformation begins. You've developed mastery over something that most men don't even know exists. It's like unlocking a hidden level in your own body, one that gives you more confidence, more endurance, and more control than ever before. The process starts simple, with awareness, finding that muscle, feeling it, learning its rhythm. That's the first step toward taking your sexual health seriously. And the more you practice, the stronger and more confident you become. It's not magic, it's not a gimmick, it's biology, and it's one of the most natural ways to take control of your own performance and vitality. Every squeeze, every hold, every conscious engagement is a step toward better function, better strength, and better control. It's proof that the most powerful muscles aren't always the ones you can see. They're the ones that quietly shape how you live, perform, and feel every single day. Picture this: you don't need fancy equipment, no expensive gym membership, and no long hours lifting weights. You can do this exercise anywhere at any time, and nobody will even know you're doing it. It's the kind of workout that builds real strength where it matters most, silently and powerfully. The technique itself is simple, but the impact it creates in your body is immense. You start by locating that one key muscle, the pelvic floor muscle, and once you can feel it, you begin your training. The movement is basic: squeeze, hold, and release. It might sound easy, but what's happening inside your body during those few seconds is a game changer. When you squeeze, you're engaging the muscle that controls blood flow and sexual function. You hold for 3 seconds to build endurance, and then release to allow fresh blood circulation through your pelvic area. 10 repetitions 3 times a day are enough to start rewiring how your body performs. It's like teaching your body control from the inside out. You can do it sitting in your car, while working at your desk, or even while scrolling on your phone. No one can tell. You don't break a sweat. You don't need special clothes. And yet, with every repetition, you're strengthening the most vital muscle that determines confidence and performance. Those 3 seconds of controlled contraction start activating blood vessels that have been dormant or sluggish. The muscles around your pelvis begin to tighten and grow more responsive. The nerve signals between your brain and your pelvic region become sharper, and soon you notice that you feel more alert down there, more in control, and more alive. At first, it might feel strange. You might even wonder if you're doing it right, but your body learns fast. With every squeeze, you build awareness. You start to feel the subtle lift inside, that tightening that's not your abs or glutes, but deep within. It's a muscle most men never realize they can consciously control. But once you start practicing, you'll find yourself more in tune with your own body. The simple rhythm, squeeze, hold, release, becomes a natural motion, something your body starts doing almost automatically. And each repetition strengthens not just the muscle, but your confidence. As the days go by, those 10 reps start to feel easier. You might extend the hold from 3 seconds to 5, then to 10. What's happening is more than just muscle building. It's increased blood flow, stronger circulation, and improved pressure control. The pelvic floor acts like a natural pump, and by training it, you're improving how efficiently blood moves in and out of your sexual organs. This means harder erections, better stamina, and more control during intimacy. The more consistent you are, the stronger that internal pump becomes. It's like working out your biceps. You don't see results on day one, but the strength builds over time. And suddenly you notice your endurance and performance improving. What's beautiful about this exercise is that it fits perfectly into any man's daily routine. You don't need to carve out time. You can do it while driving, watching TV, or brushing your teeth. Imagine doing 3 sets a day, morning, afternoon, and night. Each session only takes a few minutes, but the payoff is massive. You'll notice you start to feel tighter control when you urinate, stronger sensations when aroused, and a noticeable difference in your stamina. It's not a miracle. It's your body's natural response to training a muscle that was always meant to be active but often ignored. The reason that our squeeze, hold, release cycle works so well is because it trains two types of muscle fibers, the slow twitch and the fast twitch fibers. The slow twitch ones help you maintain control and support long-lasting performance, while the fast twitch fibers help you with power and quick contractions. By holding the muscle for 3 seconds, you're working on endurance. When you release and repeat, you're working on strength and responsiveness. Over time, both these fiber types grow stronger, creating a balance between power and control. It's like building stamina for a marathon while also training for short sprints. At first, holding the squeeze for 3 seconds might feel challenging. You might even feel your abs or thighs tensing up too, but with practice, you'll learn to isolate just the pelvic floor. That's where the real progress begins. You'll start to feel that specific lift deep inside, separate from other muscles. It's an internal power that you can control whenever you want. And once you master that, it becomes second nature. You might even find yourself doing it subconsciously, during a meeting, while walking, or sitting at a red light, without anyone noticing. Every squeeze is a quiet investment in your health and performance. The 10 reps rule isn't just an arbitrary number. It's the perfect balance between stimulation and rest. Doing too few won't trigger real strength development, but doing too many can lead to fatigue. 10 solid, focused contractions per session build endurance gradually without strain. And doing it 3 times a day gives your muscles just enough repetition to grow stronger and more responsive without overtraining. Just like you wouldn't lift weights non-stop all day, your pelvic floor also needs short, consistent sessions to improve effectively. As you continue this simple routine, something incredible happens. You start to feel more connected to your body. It's as if a part of you that was asleep has finally woken up. That internal awareness grows stronger each day, and with it comes a quiet confidence. You start walking taller, feeling lighter, and even your posture improves. That's because the pelvic floor is part of your core system. It supports your spine, your organs, and your entire lower body structure. A stronger pelvic floor means better balance, less lower back pain, and improved stability. It's not just about sexual performance. It's about overall strength and well-being. As weeks go by, you'll notice that your control during intimate moments changes drastically. You'll be able to delay climax, maintain firmer erections, and experience more intense sensations. That's all due to improved blood circulation and neuromuscular control. The hold part of the exercise teaches your body endurance, while the release improves blood flow and flexibility. Together, they create a rhythm that enhances your stamina and sensitivity. Many men who practice this daily report noticeable improvements within a few weeks without any medication or complicated training programs. And the best part, this workout has no age limit. Whether you're in your 20s or your 60s, it works the same way. It's a natural solution that strengthens what time and stress often weaken. If you've noticed reduced firmness, early release, or less sensitivity, these exercises can help reverse those issues. The 3-second hold might not seem like much, but it teaches your body endurance in the most efficient way possible. Over time, you can increase that duration as your strength improves, but even at the basic level, the results are significant. Think about it. Every time you squeeze, you're increasing blood pressure in the pelvic region, which encourages more oxygen and nutrients to reach those tissues. This not only improves performance, but also keeps your organs healthier in the long run. It's like giving your reproductive system a daily tune-up. You're reawakening muscles and vessels that may have been underused for years. That's why men who make this part of their daily lives often say they feel younger, more energetic, and more confident. It's not about magic. It's about muscle memory and biology working together naturally. If you want to take it up a notch, you can gradually extend the hold duration or vary the speed. Try quick pulses for 10 seconds, then switch back to slow, steady holds. This trains your muscle to react both quickly and with endurance, just like interval training in the gym. You'll start feeling that internal strength building day by day. It's subtle at first, but once you experience the difference in control and confidence, you'll know it's working. This exercise becomes even more effective when paired with healthy habits. Stay hydrated, keep your blood circulation strong through regular physical activity, and avoid sitting for too long. Long hours of sitting weaken the pelvic floor by compressing blood vessels and reducing activity in that region. Standing, stretching, and walking can help maintain the strength you're building through your Kegel workouts. And don't forget, consistency matters more than intensity. A few minutes of focused effort every day brings better results than random bursts of effort once in a while. It's interesting how something so simple can have such a deep effect. The squeeze, hold, release pattern is easy to remember, but its benefits reach into every aspect of your health. It improves confidence, restores performance, and enhances pleasure, not because of external help, but because you're regaining control of your own body. Every man can benefit from it, and yet very few ever take advantage of it. The power of this exercise lies in its simplicity and privacy. You're literally training a muscle that no one else can see, but everyone around you can feel the results of through your energy, posture, and presence. Over time, you'll come to enjoy these moments of quiet control. It's not just an exercise. It becomes a habit, a small reminder that you're taking care of yourself from the inside. Those 3 seconds of holding become a symbol of focus and discipline. You're no longer dependent on pills or quick fixes because your strength is built naturally through your own effort, and the confidence that comes from that is unmatched. The secret to better performance, control, and vitality is already within you. You just have to train it with that simple rhythm of squeeze, hold, and release. Most men spend hours in the gym working on their abs, chest, or arms, but very few realize that the true key to performance and confidence lies in a muscle they can't even see. It's the one responsible for blood flow, control, and stamina, the pelvic floor muscle. This small but powerful group of muscles plays a direct role in how strong, firm, and long-lasting your erections are. When you make pelvic floor training a consistent part of your life, the difference is undeniable. You start to notice that your body feels more responsive, your control improves, and your confidence in intimate moments rises naturally. What makes this even better is that all these changes come without any pills, without side effects, and without relying on anything outside your own body. It's the most natural, effective, and lasting solution for improving sexual health. At the heart of this improvement is blood flow. Erections are not just about arousal. They're about circulation. Blood fills the spongy tissues of the penis, and the stronger your pelvic floor, the more efficiently your body can direct and hold that blood in place. Kegel exercises help by strengthening the muscles that act as a pump and a valve system. When these muscles contract, they push blood into the penis, and when they're strong enough, they hold it there, resulting in firmer and longer, lasting erections. Weak muscles, on the other hand, let the blood flow back out too quickly, causing softer erections or even difficulty maintaining them. That's why consistent Kegel training becomes a natural way to fix what many think requires medication. As you start doing Kegels regularly, your awareness of those internal muscles deepens. At first, you might only feel small contractions, maybe just a faint lift deep inside your pelvis. But with time and focus, those muscles grow stronger just like any other muscle in your body. After a few weeks, you'll notice that your control increases. You can contract with more force and hold longer. This added control translates directly into better stamina and endurance during intimacy. You begin to decide when to slow down, when to speed up, and when to last longer. It's not magic, it's muscle training, and like any fitness routine, consistency is the key. The beauty of Kegels is that you can do them anywhere. Sitting at your desk, lying in bed, driving your car, or even standing in line. There's no need for equipment, and no one will ever know you're doing them. The idea is to create a small daily routine that builds up over time. Even 3 sessions a day of 10 controlled squeezes can lead to massive improvement. The more consistent you are, the stronger your pelvic floor becomes, and the stronger it gets, the better your performance. The difference won't just be physical. You'll feel it mentally too. There's a quiet confidence that comes with knowing your body is working at its peak. Men who make Kegel exercises a habit often report increased sensitivity and more intense orgasms. That's because the pelvic floor muscles also play a crucial role in ejaculation. When these muscles are weak, climax comes too quickly or feels less powerful. But when they're trained, they give you full control. You can delay climax when you want to and experience stronger contractions when you choose to let go. That's the kind of mastery that changes everything, both for you and your partner. It turns intimacy from something unpredictable into something you can command. Consistency is where all the magic happens. Doing a few Kegels once in a while won't bring lasting results, but sticking to them daily builds endurance and power. It's like lifting weights. Missing one day doesn't ruin your progress, but regular effort compounds into real strength. Over time, your pelvic floor muscles adapt, becoming thicker and more responsive. You might even start to notice physical differences like better posture or reduced pressure in your lower back, because a strong pelvic floor supports your entire core system. The improvement goes beyond sexual health. It's an upgrade for your whole body. And unlike pills or temporary treatments that target only symptoms, Kegels work on the root cause. Erectile dysfunction often starts when blood flow weakens and the pelvic muscles lose tone. Pills may force blood into the penis for a short time, but they don't teach your body how to maintain it naturally. Kegel training, on the other hand, rebuilds that natural mechanism. It gives you control over your body again. Instead of relying on chemicals, you're strengthening what nature already gave you. It's sustainable, free, and completely safe. Think of your pelvic floor as the foundation of your sexual performance. A weak foundation can't support much, but a strong one holds everything together effortlessly. When you train it consistently, the foundation becomes solid, making every function that depends on it perform better. That's why even doctors recommend Kegel exercises as a first step for men facing erectile issues. The side effects? None. You're just improving blood circulation, muscle tone, and nerve response, all of which contribute to better, healthier erections and control. As weeks turn into months, you'll notice subtle yet powerful changes. Morning erections become stronger and more frequent, a sign that your body's natural circulation has improved. Your endurance during intimate moments increases, and you no longer feel that panic of losing control too soon. There's also a boost in overall energy levels because the increased circulation doesn't just help your pelvic area, it benefits your entire body. You feel lighter, more energized, and more confident throughout the day. That's the beauty of consistency. The longer you stick with it, the more automatic it becomes. You won't even have to think about squeezing or contracting. Your pelvic muscles will start engaging naturally throughout the day. The benefits don't stop there either. A strong pelvic floor also helps prevent issues like urinary leakage, premature ejaculation, and even improves bladder control as you age. It's one of those habits that pay off for life. What's remarkable is how something so simple can outperform medications and supplements that cost hundreds. Those options might work temporarily, but they don't teach your body how to heal itself. Kegels do. They rebuild your natural system from within. When your pelvic floor muscles contract properly, they not only hold blood in the penis, but also increase oxygen flow to the tissues, keeping them healthier and more elastic. This prevents long-term stiffness or shrinkage that sometimes occurs from poor circulation. You're not just improving function, you're preserving it. The mind-body connection here is powerful too. Doing Kegels daily builds not only physical strength, but also mental discipline. It teaches patience and control. You start to become more aware of your body's signals, understanding how arousal, movement, and control all work together. That awareness makes you more confident and relaxed in intimate situations. Instead of worrying about performance, you trust your body, knowing it's trained and capable. That inner calmness enhances pleasure even more, creating a positive cycle of confidence and performance. For many men, erectile dysfunction isn't caused by age alone. It's often due to lifestyle factors like long hours of sitting, lack of exercise, stress, and poor circulation. Kegel training directly counteracts all of that. Each contraction sends blood rushing to your pelvic area, reawakening muscles that have been dormant for years. The result is better blood flow, stronger function, and improved sensation. It's like flipping a switch that turns your body back on. And once you start feeling those benefits, you'll never want to stop. Even a few weeks of consistency can make a noticeable difference, but the real transformation happens when you make it part of your daily life. It becomes as natural as brushing your teeth. 3 short sessions a day, morning, afternoon, and night, can keep your pelvic muscles in top shape. That's less than 10 minutes of effort for benefits that last all day, every day. You're not chasing temporary fixes. You're building a system of strength that will stay with you for life. And unlike gym workouts that can strain or fatigue your body, Kegels are gentle and restorative. They don't exhaust you, they energize you. You finish each session feeling a subtle sense of power, like you've just charged your inner battery. Over time, this creates a shift not only in your physical performance, but in your mindset. You start to carry yourself differently, more confidently, more sure of your strength. The best part is that this form of training never stops giving back. The more consistent you are, the stronger the results become. You'll notice that your erections become not just firmer, but also more controllable. You'll be able to last longer without effort. And you'll experience a deeper level of pleasure because the pelvic muscles play a direct role in the intensity of orgasm. The stronger they are, the more powerful and satisfying the sensation. So when we say Kegels improve erection strength, control stamina, and overall blood flow without pills or side effects, it's not just a claim, it's biology. You're using your own body to enhance your performance naturally. You're training the muscles that nature designed for this purpose, and you're restoring the balance your body might have lost through stress, inactivity, or time. It's the most natural upgrade you can give yourself. Every repetition is an act of reclaiming your control, your confidence, and your power as a man. You don't need synthetic shortcuts when your body already has everything it needs to perform at its best. All it asks for is a little attention, a few minutes of focus, and consistent effort. That consistency builds momentum, that momentum builds strength, and that strength turns into lasting, natural results that no pill could ever match. Most men spend hours trying to improve the way their bodies look, hitting the gym to build stronger arms, bigger chests, and leaner abs, but they completely overlook one of the most important muscles that defines their confidence, energy, and performance: the muscle that controls their strength in bed. It's almost funny when you think about it, because men will flex their biceps in the mirror, count their calories, and invest in protein shakes, yet never realize that their sexual performance depends on a muscle group they never train. And it's not just about sex or appearance, it's about overall health, blood circulation, and how well your body functions as you age. This isn't something to be embarrassed about. It's something every man should understand, because your body is a system, and every muscle plays a role in your physical and mental confidence. Imagine a guy who goes to the gym religiously, lifts heavy weights, does his cardio, but still feels tired, low on drive, or struggles to maintain the kind of strength and control he used to have. He might think it's stress or aging, but in reality, it's often a simple case of neglecting the pelvic floor muscles, the hidden powerhouse that affects erections, control, and endurance. These muscles are small, invisible, and yet they carry such an important job that ignoring them is like skipping leg day forever. You wouldn't ignore your core, right? Because you know your core supports everything: balance, stability, strength. Well, your pelvic floor is the core of your sexual health, and without keeping it strong, the rest of your body's work loses its meaning. Men are often taught to build strength on the outside, but never taught to build strength where it matters most. We live in a culture where men equate masculinity with muscle size, but the truth is, real confidence starts with control. And control comes from training the parts of your body that no one sees. Think about it. When a man struggles with performance, he doesn't lose confidence because of his arms or his shoulders. He loses it because he feels out of control where it matters most. That feeling can quietly eat away at self-esteem, relationships, and motivation. But what if that could be changed simply through consistent, focused training, the same way you train any other muscle? When you work out your body, you're not just building muscles, you're training blood flow, oxygen delivery, and strength endurance. The same principle applies to your pelvic region. A stronger pelvic floor supports better circulation, more control, and improved sensitivity. It's not about vanity, it's about function. Men who start taking their pelvic health seriously often notice that it affects not just their performance, but also how confident they feel throughout the day. That's because it connects deeply to how your body regulates pressure, how your bladder works, and how your core stays stable. It's all connected, but because you can't see it in the mirror, it's the one area that goes unnoticed until problems show up. And those problems don't always start big. It might begin with slight fatigue, weaker control, or less responsiveness during intimacy. It might even start with subtle changes in morning energy, reduced drive, or less frequent natural responses. These are all signals from your body saying, hey, I need training too. Just like skipping workouts makes your arms lose tone or your stomach gain fat, skipping pelvic floor training weakens that essential control center. The difference is that this weakness can affect your self-image in a much deeper way because it's tied to masculinity, virility, and connection. Society doesn't make this topic easy to talk about. Most men are never told that there's even a muscle they can train to prevent erectile dysfunction, improve control, or boost performance. Instead, we're made to believe that if something goes wrong, we need a pill or some quick fix. But your body isn't built that way. It's built to respond to consistent effort. Just like you don't build a chest with one bench press session. You don't fix performance issues overnight. You build them by strengthening the foundation. The beauty is, once men start realizing that this part of their body is trainable, it changes everything. Imagine the shift in mindset, from feeling powerless to feeling in charge again. You don't have to depend on chemicals or external aids. Your own body is capable of giving you what you need when you train it properly. That's why the idea of taking your penis to the gym isn't just a catchy phrase. It's a call to treat your sexual health with the same seriousness you treat your physical fitness. It's time to bring awareness to the fact that the pelvic floor is a muscle group just like any other. You can isolate it, engage it, and make it stronger with regular training. The results: better control, stronger erections, improved stamina, and even greater confidence outside the bedroom because you know your body is functioning at its peak. Think of athletes. They train every muscle, not just the ones that look good. They know that real strength comes from the hidden muscles that create power and stability. The pelvic floor is one of those hidden muscles. It's the foundation of core strength, blood circulation, and performance. When it's weak, everything else feels off. But when it's strong, you feel balanced, confident, and powerful. And the best part is that training, it doesn't require equipment, gym memberships, or even visible effort. You can do it anywhere, at your desk, while driving, while watching TV, and no one would ever know. This is why the conversation about men's health needs to evolve, because there's a huge difference between looking fit and being functionally healthy. A man can have six-pack abs and still struggle with low energy or weak control if he ignores the internal muscles. Fitness isn't just about aesthetics, it's about vitality, and sexual health is a vital part of overall well-being. It's tied to your hormones, your circulation, your confidence, and your mindset. When a man takes ownership of that aspect of his body, it sends a message, not just to others, but to himself, that he values his health on every level. A strong body means nothing without a strong foundation. Every muscle in your body connects through your core, and at the base of that core lies the pelvic floor. When that's strong, blood flows better, nerves respond faster, and your confidence feels unshakable. You start to move differently, stand taller, and carry yourself with energy because you know your body is functioning at full capacity. It's not about ego, it's about energy and control. And once you understand that, You'll never look at your workouts the same way again. There's also a mental connection to all this. When you train your pelvic muscles, you're not just strengthening your body, you're strengthening your mind-body connection. You become more aware of how your body works, how you can control it, and how to improve it through focus and discipline. It's a form of mindfulness that builds confidence from within, and that's something most men overlook when they think about health. We often chase external validation, muscles, looks, achievements, but the true power lies in feeling complete and capable in your own skin. If more men understood that sexual health is trainable, that performance is not just luck or genetics, but something that can be improved through physical control and awareness, it would change the way we approach masculinity. Instead of insecurity, there would be confidence. Instead of dependence on temporary solutions, there would be lasting results. Training this muscle is not about obsession, it's about self-care. You're giving your body the attention it deserves, not just for the sake of pleasure, but for the sake of long-term health. A man who trains his pelvic floor is a man who values himself enough to take responsibility for his body. He's not waiting for problems to appear. He's preventing them. He's building strength where it matters most, improving blood flow, hormonal balance, and control. It's a quiet, invisible kind of strength that doesn't show in the mirror but radiates in how you carry yourself, how you perform, and how you feel. And once you start, you realize it's not something extra, it's something essential. Because this one simple shift, recognizing that you can train your sexual health the same way you train your muscles, changes everything about how you see fitness, aging, and masculinity. It turns the idea of performance from something stressful into something empowering. And it all starts with awareness. The moment you decide that your health deserves more than surface level attention, that your strength deserves to be complete, not partial, and that real power comes from mastering the parts of your body that others overlook.